When did the class clown take it too far? Before we dig into it, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Story 1 pulled out a chair from underneath a kid, thinking it would be really funny when the kid fell. The kid ended up falling and cracking his head open and getting around 30 stitches. Story 2 lit a Roman candle on our bus ride home. Cops showed up and he went right out the back door and kept running. Never came back to school. Edit. Wow, didn't think this was gonna blow up. Edit. Thanks for the silver edit to answer some of the questions about this kid. Although he was always nice to me, he was a typical tough-acting senior, wore a leather jacket and black combat boots to school every day, if my memory serves me correctly. One of our teachers told us the cops found him hiding in his tree fort. Story 3 in a high school classroom with a chill teacher. Someone made a joke about another kid's dick being small, so that kid exposed himself in front of the whole class to prove that it was large. He got suspended. Story 4 I did this to a kid in middle school and he hit his head on the metal part of the chair. The teacher was like, walk him down to the nurse while he was walking slowly and holding his head, acting super hurt. I felt like an asshole. Then we got out of the room and he was like, haha, I'm fine, frick you. He got me at it. Look, I'm not proud of this, but he didn't die. I was 12, and we were watching Space Jam in class that day, so I was extra hype. Story 5 he yelled at my English teacher from across the room, your puns are more cancerous than girl's name. She was terminally ill with cancer and never came back to school after that day. Story 6 kid was always doing dumb stunts just to make people laugh. He got sick of climbing on random things and jumping stairs one day and decided it'd be funny to smack into walls. His first few walls were fine as they were all concrete. There was a girl crying in the hallway and he figured he could make her laugh by making a funny face and tackling the glass door. He went through the door and needed stitches, leaving splatters of blood and broken glass on the way to the office. Story 7 senior year teacher wouldn't give her a hall pass to use the bathroom, which was ridiculous. Instead of taking a more conventional stand like walking out of the room, she sat down in her desk and pissed her pants. She was suspended. I forget for how long. There were editorials back and forth in the school paper. I was on team teachers shouldn't try to control our bowels, but also maybe don't piss on the floor, though I do appreciate you taking one for the team. Story 8 his dick may be small, but his energy is not. Edit. I know editing a comment is super dorky, but I saw the service after my Enviro final and I'm so happy. Story 9 he loaded up porn on someone's computer while they were in the bathroom. Teacher wasn't paying attention and the victim ended up getting suspended. Story 10 junior year in high school in Algebra 2, the teacher was kind of a douche. So this one guy, let's call him Mike, would give him a hard time. This was a regular thing and Mike would get kicked out of class for saying and doing some inappropriate stuff, but we all thought it was hilarious. One day our teacher didn't show up to class. Word got around that his oldest son had died of a drug overdose and he had to take some personal time off. He didn't show back up until a week later and he looked really sullen and down. During class, Mike pulled out a can of Coca-Cola and started sipping it nonchalantly. Teacher had a strict no eating or drinking in class policy and Mike was aware of this. He told Mike to throw it away and step outside. Mike, the absolute freaking savage, says, look, I know you don't like Coke, but I'm sure your son did. Nobody laughed, just silence. Some people didn't get it. The ones who did were just too shocked to say anything. Like me, Mike threw his drink away and walked out of the classroom while the teacher just sort of haphazardly continued his lesson, although we could tell Mike's comment freaked him up.